Okay, so starting with whacking technique, I'm going to be breaking down the basic with you. What we do today, understand, is the foundation of everything you do, and you will never stop doing this basic. No matter if you are a world champion and you've already done this for like your whole life or whatever, this basic is like the plie to a ballerina. You're always going to be working on it. So also, just a disclaimer, I know that there's been a lot of different influences with who has learned what in South Africa. Not many have actually ever come to South Africa. In fact, one came to South Africa to teach. Even in that process, this person came back to South Africa to teach again and corrected something that they taught the first time. But a lot of those people weren't in the second group of people that heard that information. So there's a lot of unfortunate misguided perceptions around, which is no one's fault. I just think that it's important that you hear as much as you can, even from me, and then go and test it. I say this to everybody that I teach. In no way do I say that I am a master at whacking. No way. I don't know if anyone should really say that in the country, because has anyone really taken the style to its depths and really, you know, I don't know. So for myself, I speak for myself. I don't say that I'm a master at whacking. However, all that this course is everything that I have learned and put time in to go and learn. I'm pulling together and I'm sharing it in a way that I believe helps other people unlock themselves, so that you can take it and run with it. I don't want to be like, I taught you, like I don't care about that. I just like to see people grasp something and then go and nail it overseas, like, or nail it in their lane, like just take it and run with it. So if anything I give you helps you, good. So that being said, I was trained majority from Princess Lockaroo in New York. It was not I rocked up in a class and went. No, I actually went for personal private tuition for hours, and I was broke afterwards because I had to pay for every hour, and I spent 14 hours with her in her house over and over the same thing. So if I tell you that I spent 14,000 doing the following basic, I'm telling you it's very important. So we're going to repeat it over and over and over. I'm going to want to see it every single week, and it needs to get better. So we're going to start with the wrist, because that is something that whackers many people don't teach, but they're doing it. Princess Lockaroo has an incredible way of explaining it. So we are going to roll the wrist. To release the wrist, we're letting it make circles. So I'm circling it out. I'm just letting momentum take it. So I'm not working it, I'm just letting momentum take it. So that technique of release is what's going to help you have speed. So now I can speed it up, and I'm still making a circle. So I'm not doing this, I'm making a circle. I can speed it up as fast as I can. Try and release your wrist. So I'm actually using my upper back and my shoulders to make that circle. Slow motion, I'm doing that. Cool, other side. Woo, left hand. Let the circle just be created in the pattern, and then release it. My fingers are smacking against each other. Okay, you want that kind of free movement, not this. Watch yourself in the mirror, make sure you can see circles, and then you want to release it. Okay, so we were circling out, circle in now. So in. Some people find this one easier. Let it release. Oh, this one hurts. This one really hurts. If you really release, it's like snapping your elbow. It's got that same kind of a pain. Other side, circle it in. Oh my gosh. Circle it in. Stunning. Ready, release it. Okay. So step one, elbow placement. I call it elbow placement because I used to call it the shoulder placement, and then people's elbows went all completely out of whack, pun intended. So I started calling it elbow placement. You want to bring your hand to the top of your shoulder. No specific position, because it does depend on like when you were circling or what you were coming from. You can either put your fingertips or like the back of your fingertips here. Try not to get too stiff with your fingers, because that's when people start getting these hands. And then it starts bordering on Vogue. So if my hand is here, it might look like it's tense, but it's actually really not. It's like a dead fish. It's just, I used to call this octopus, like, yeah. Anyway, so for now, use the back of your hand. Pull your elbow higher than your shoulder, firstly, because this is where everyone else is also trying to whack. They're going here. You want your elbow up as high as you can and back. So from the side, I'm not here. So to get that position, pull your shoulder blades, pinch them, pull them back and down. Feel like you're pulling your shoulder blades in a, like a diamond in, stir them back. So elbow up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to unfold it down. So when I bring it down, I'm going to step back. I bring it right to my thigh. So when I bring it up, I go past my ear like a Pac-Man, place. Okay, so when I'm going up to place, I'm going to try and go past complete north. So I'm going place, drop, place, drop, place, drop, place, drop, place. You want to just get that muscle memory in this position. I promise you this is the first thing that I see when people are whacking. I'm like, so your elbow, and let's step one, place, drop. Let's go with the other foot. Other foot? Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's go with the other hand. So you want to try and think of the back of your fingers just so that you can fix your hand technique. On the top of your shoulder, think of where your elbow is, above your shoulder and back. Feel that position first before we move on. Feel it. Feel where your upper back has to pull at the back to get it in. You can also feel that stretch over here, which is why we do the wall stretches, to stretch the nerve out. From here, straighten your elbow, drop it down. Again, so I'm going from like a soldier position, my hand is against my body. I bring it straight up in front of me, passing my ear, placing. So I'm placing on the shoulder. My elbow placement, down, elbow, down, elbow, down, elbow, down, elbow. I should probably get rid of that. So a nice thing to try and do is to try and get it over here and not like on the side, because if the more it's on, English much? The more it is on the edge of your shoulder, the more your elbow could drop. But if you need to bring this hand to here, then you're going to have to lift your shoulder. Lift your elbow. So we're going to just do a couple more. Wow, cool. Let's take both. Back, 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 back. 1 and 2. Now try and release your shoulders and just get the swing to feel really effortless. So don't tense. Don't tense. Hold your core, but everything else is soft, light, very fairy. But when you get to the top, you make sure you are pushing it into the right position. Pull, pull, a little bit faster, pull, 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 pull. So that is your elbow placement. We're now going to move on to the next step, which is your wrist roll in position. So this is a wrist roll practice. This is a wrist roll in position. Okay, so I'm getting it from my elbow placement. My elbow stays there. I am just wrist rolling right at my elbow. Right at my ear, my elbow, right? So I'm rolling it here. If I can come closer, you'll see. Okay, really work it. And then once you feel like you understand the circle, release it, and then let it go for gold. So careful that your elbow doesn't creep forward. You want to feel like it's maybe going not around your ear, but a little bit here. Okay, a nice thing to also do is to brush past your shoulder. Brush, brush. So I slice myself with my nails, but anyway. Other side. First find the position. Roll. Get used to that feeling. Once you understand that range, so don't have this happen. You want to feel like you're basically rubbing your whole face do that. Like, honestly, rather do that, because you want to rather be hitting yourself and then your hand will correct itself than you being out here because you're scared to hit yourself. You won't really hit yourself really hard. It's you. My hair is static now. Okay, elbow up, elbow back. Just release that roll. Slash yourself if you need to. And then try and release it. Okay, so we're flicking forward with both hands. Let's go at the same time. Elbows up, flick. It's fine if you're brushing. Cool. Then once you've got that, reverse the roll. My hair is everywhere. Reverse the roll. Keep your elbow right where it is. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling my hair. Totally doing a bun next time. Other side. Forward. And you can feel if your muscles start getting weak. That's the reason why we need to do strength exercises and repetition of stuff. Cool. So that's step 2 is a wrist roll in position. Step 3, you will be doing this in your homework, by the way. Step 3 is a complete elbow roll. So it's the elbow roll, like the complete one. What we're doing, hand on your shoulder. I am brushing past my shoulder, forward and up. Then I'm going to continue that circle at the back and bring it to the back of my shoulder. Brush. So I'm doing the wrist roll, but I'm extending it. So out. It's an extended wrist roll. Oh my gosh. So what I'm using here is my elbow. So this is what you need to be doing, but you do also need to make sure you're adding your wrist with it. So this is without a wrist. This is with a wrist. So at the top you'll see a nice little flick. You should feel this burn. And thank you very much. This is what I was doing for 10 hours with wrist weights. Cool, other side. So place it on your shoulder, brush past your shoulder, flick it and extend it. Roll, keep the roll going at the back. And if you see, when I lift it up, it's as close as it can be to my ear. It's not out here. I'm not doing this. I'm rolling straight up and back. Straight up and back. So if I'm at the side, I'm not stopping there. I'm trying to circle all the way. Yeah, try both hands. Circle, back, 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 back. My phone is going crazy. Okay, same thing applies in the opposite direction. So instead of it going forward, it's going back, 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 back. So I'm pulling it back, 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 back. Other side, back, back. Brush, 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 throw, brush, throw, brush, throw. So I'm never going like half. Both hands, pull, 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 pull. Okay, now if we go to step 4, I am going to do the entire roll, up, place, pull. Then I'm going to add a chop. So this chop, when we're whacking and hitting at the back, you are hitting with the inside of your finger and your thumb, like a karate chop, like that, against the middle of your back, by your spine, or the opposite side. So here's the middle, here. You want to chop there. Can you see where my elbow is when I whack? It is up. It is not here. And it is not here. It is here. So this is why your tricep stretches are so important. When maybe I can send it to you on the WhatsApp group, I screenshotted Princess Lakaru doing a whack, and she was here, and then I screenshot there, and I saw her fingertips here. Like, I was like, how did she whack them? But it's because her range is so exceptional. So what we're doing is up, place and roll, chop, up, reverse the roll, up, drop, up, 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 down, up, up, chop, up, up, down. Other side, up, up, chop, up, up, down, up, up, chop, up, up, down, up, chop, up, down, up, 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 chop, up, 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 chop, up, 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 chop. Can you see that having my elbow as close to my head as possible makes the range better? So you're not doing this. You want to aim for this to try and be here the whole time. Right? Can you see the difference? Okay, with speed, your range will definitely diminish, but if you train here, it'll happen here. If you train here, it'll happen here. So that's why it's so important that when you've got the time, train it in the fullest of its extension. Cool. So then to go faster, it's just going to go straight into the roll with the whack. Roll, whack, roll down. 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 Other side. Roll, whack, whoop. Roll, whack, roll down. Roll, whack. So I'm pausing it on the whack just to make sure you can just check yourself. Roll, whack, roll down. Roll, whack, roll down. So when you go faster, beginners, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're intermediate, try and go up and down, and up and down, and up and down. So you can see where I'm actually stopping is there. Roll down, and up, roll down. If you're advanced and you can already do all of that, you want to go up, up. And what you need to make sure you do is when you're here, get this elbow up real fast. The slower your elbow, the more your roll will happen lower. Get your elbow up. So think like you're going with your elbow real fast. Roll, 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 roll. So that when you're whacking, you're here. Okay, my left, I'll practice. Okay, that is it in a nutshell. Week 1, every single day I want you to take one section of the basic for 5 minutes. That's it. Which means I need you to focus on each arm for 2 minutes and then 1 minute just repeating one side to the other. So 1 minute is slow, 1 minute you want to try and push it into intermediate or advanced. 1 minute slow, push it into intermediate or advanced. 1 minute just swapping. So what it'll be is going and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. That's intermediate. Oh, my bad. And 1 and 2. Or you're going to go advanced. 1 and 1. Up, elbow, elbow. And you want to check yourself that you're making sure that when you're rolling, your elbow is up. You want to get into that elbow placement real snappy, and that when you're whacking, you're hitting as far across as you possibly can, and that your elbow is as high as you can and behind you.